Coming up on the High School Quiz Show, it's the qualifying match. We have Boston Latin School taking on Hopkinton High School. That's next on High School Quiz Show. Major funding for High School Quiz Show is provided by Safety Insurance.
You always want your kids to be safe. Now you can show them the Drive with Safety app from Safety Insurance, designed to help us all drive better. You can ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms.
Additional funding is provided by the Museum of Science.
The Museum of Science. Trekking around the Arctic has never been easier. You can get lost in the mystery and find beauty in Arctic adventure, exploring with technology. On exhibit now, only at the Museum of Science. More at MOS.org.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to High School Quiz Show. I'm Billy Costa, your host. And back in January, teams from all over Massachusetts competed at our virtual Super Sunday qualifying event. 17 of those teams earned a spot in this year's competition. So the goal now is to become the next High School Quiz Show champion. In today's matchup, direct from the comfort of their own homes, we have two-time defending champions of Boston Latin School taking on Hopkinton High School. And on Boston Latin, we have Ethan. How are you, Ethan?
I'm doing well.
You ready to play? You pumped and psyched?
A little nervous, but yeah.
Little nervous is okay. It's High School Quiz Show. Kyler, how about you?
Hi, good to see you again, Billy.
Good to see you again, and welcome back to High School Quiz Show. Lucas, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited.
That's a very curious looking room you're sitting in right there. What's going on? It seems to be a lot going on in that room.
There is a lot going on.
Alice, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Okay. And for alternates, we have Louisa and Mira, and coaches Andy Zhao and Teresa Kojon. And on the Hopkinton team, Ruben, how are you?
I'm excited.
All right, well, let's get excited. Let's get psyched and pumped. Neil, you ready for a High School Quiz Show?
Yes, I'm ready. Doing good.
All right. Brian, how about you? How you feeling?
I'm pumped.
Pumped is good. Pumped is always good. Danu, you feeling good?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
All right. I'm looking forward to this round. And also the alternate, Ryan and Coach Mason Challenor. The competition has 4 rounds, a toss-up, a head-to-head, a category round, and a lightning round. Players have each been provided with a game interface to enable them to play, well, from home. And we'll start with the toss-up round. All players on both teams are active, and with a correct answer can each contribute 10 points per question to their team score. In this round, there are no point deductions for wrong answers. A green light indicates a correct answer, a red light, an incorrect answer, and a gray light means no answer has been provided within the 3 seconds granted. So teams, if you're all ready, here we go. Let's play High School Quiz Show. What is the world's most populous country, India, China, or Brazil? China is the correct answer. Disney's Frozen 2 is the highest grossing animated film of all time. It continues the story of Princess Elsa and her sister, whose name is which of the following? Astrid, Agnes, or Anna? Anna is the right answer. What decade is the setting of the young adult novel Eleanor and Park? 1970s, 1980s, or 1990s? 1980s is the answer. In 2020, Joseph P. Kennedy III became the first Kennedy to lose an election in Massachusetts. He lost the Democratic Senate primary to what incumbent? Elizabeth Warren, Ed Markey, or Stephen Lynch? Ed Markey is the correct answer. Take a look at your screens. The British Houses of Parliament, pictured here, lie along the banks of what river? The Severn, the Avon, the Thames? The Thames is the right answer. Most clouds are found in which layer of the Earth's atmosphere? Thermosphere, stratosphere, or troposphere? Troposphere is the answer. The birthplace and childhood home of Queen Victoria. What historic palace contains the offices and London residences of Prince William and Kate Middleton? Kensington Palace, Buckingham Palace, or St. James's Palace? Kensington Palace is correct. Performing with a large gold dove pinned to her chest, who sang the national anthem at Joe Biden's presidential inauguration? Katy Perry, Lady Gaga, or Jennifer Lopez? Lady Gaga is the answer. With its highest point only 345 feet above sea level, what is the flattest U.S. state? Florida, Kansas, or Illinois? Florida is the answer. Take a look at your screens. Here comes your next question.
Hi, I'm Mary Najimy, president of the Massachusetts Teachers Association. Here's my question. In Roald Dahl's novel Matilda, what kind-hearted teacher acts as an emotional support and guardian for Matilda and is as sweet as her name suggests?
And the three options are Miss Sugar, Miss Honey, or Miss Treacle. Miss Honey is the correct answer, and we move on. Methane, the main component of natural gas, is a mixture of carbon and what chemical element? Hydrogen, oxygen, or carbon? Hydrogen is the answer. In the 2020 U.S. election, what was the only state to elect a senator of a different party than the winner of its presidential contest, electing Republican Susan Collins and Democrat Joe Biden? Was it Maine, Georgia, or Ohio? Maine is the answer. What is justice? Why should we be just? What Greek philosopher examines these two questions in his best-known work, The Republic? Is it Socrates, Plato, or Aristotle? Plato is the correct answer. I built a foundry in the ground beneath your feet. The main antagonist sings this in what Tony-winning musical? Beetlejuice, Mean Girls, or Hadestown? Hadestown is the correct answer to that question, and that is the bell ending of the toss-up round. The score right now, Boston Latin School, 390 points. Hopkinton High School, 330 points. Nice round so far. Good job, everybody. All right, the head-to-head round is next. First, though, we take a few minutes to get to know the players. I've got a question in my hand. Each of you will have a chance to answer it. And the question is, how has the past year, with all of its challenges, changed your perspective on life? And we're going to start with Boston Latin School. And Ethan, you're first.
All right. I think this year's taught me that there's a lot of things in the world that we can't control. So we should just try and make the best of the cards that we're dealt.
Yeah, and I don't think we've been given much of a choice. Kyler, how about you?
I used to take going outside and being in nature for granted, and I've learned to value that a lot more now that I don't have it.
Yeah, well said. Lucas, how about you?
I think that this year I've had a lot more time to work on my hobbies and stuff and really find out what I really enjoy and do for myself instead of what I've been doing for others.
What's your top hobby?
I like writing poetry.
Oh, good. Maybe before the show is over, possibly. We'll get a poem or two. Alice, how about you?
Yeah, I think this year I've learned that I've really taken my friends, like being able to see my friends for granted. And I hope that in the future after this pandemic, I'll be able to see my friends again.
Yeah, friends, and in a lot of cases, family too. Over to Hopkinton High School. Ruben, how about you?
Yeah, I also definitely value my time with my friends more because I wasn't able to see them at the beginning of the pandemic. And so now it feels good to slowly start seeing them again.
Yeah, well said. And Neil, how's it changed your perspective on life?
I think I value like the moments with friends and family a little bit more. And also,
I realized that sleeping a lot is quite nice.
Oh, yeah. I'm napping every afternoon. I never used to do that, but those naps are great. Brian, how about you?
The pandemic has helped me create more relationships, especially love and hate within the home. I really like my parents, but sometimes they can get annoying.
I think that's to be expected with all this time together. And Danu, you?
I think the pandemic taught me to appreciate everything that I have. So yeah.
Very good. So now we're going into the head-to-head round, and I think all you guys know how it works. Bottom line, all of you now get to go head-to-head. So let's do just that. And as a reminder, in this round, correct answers add 10 points to the team total, but incorrect answers now result in a 10-point deduction. If a player does not provide an answer in the 3 seconds granted, there's no impact on the score. So teams, if you're ready, good luck, and let's go head-to-head. Before becoming vice president, Mike Pence was the governor of what U.S. state, Indiana or Illinois? Indiana is the answer. What legendary conflict began when Paris kidnapped Helen, the queen of Sparta? The Trojan War or the Peloponnesian War? The Trojan War is the answer. The Kremlin and Lenin's mausoleum are located in what Russian city? St. Petersburg or Moscow? Moscow, the answer there. Although it's the 10th largest state by area, what is the smallest U.S. state by population? Wyoming or Montana? Wyoming, the answer. Charles Goodyear invented what chemical process that strengthens natural rubber? Is it vulcanization or dynamic equilibrium? Vulcanization is the answer. What sea forms the eastern border of the Sahara Desert? The Red Sea or the Dead Sea? The Red Sea, the answer there. What woman's name is mentioned 8 times in Edgar Allan Poe's poem, The Raven? Is it Madeline or Lenore? Lenore is the answer. In 1915, Japan issued the 21 Demands, an attempt to reduce what country to a Japanese protectorate? Was it China or Korea? China is the answer to that question, and that is the end of the head-to-head round. Let's take a look at the score again. Boston Latin School right now, 450 points. Hopkinton High School, 370 points. Let's have a nice round of applause for both teams and a giant effort. Okay, next up is the category round with the following categories: Chasing Amy, You Grow Girl, Mythbusters, River Country, Above the Rim, and Date Night. Each category has 5 questions with increasing point values. Once a team selects a category, they can answer all 5 questions with the option to toss 1 question per category to the other team. A tossed question must be answered, and in this specific case, a no answer is the same as a wrong answer. Now, each team will complete 2 full categories, and yes, they can confer and will have 10 seconds to answer each question. And the spokesperson will provide the final answer for each team. So Boston Latin School, who's the spokesperson going to be?
I'll be the spokesperson today.
Ethan is up as the spokesperson. And Hopkinton High School, how about you?
I'll be the spokesperson.
All right, Ruben, the spokesperson. Okay, Hopkinton High School, you have little ground to make up, so you get to choose the first category. And what's it going to be?
Let's go with Above the Rim.
Yeah, okay. Above the Rim.
Okay, Ruben, Above the Rim. Questions about basketball, and for 10 points, the most watched ESPN documentary of all time, the 10-part miniseries The Last Dance, tells the story of what sports icon who led the Chicago Bulls to 6 NBA championships in the 1990s?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, final answer.
Michael Jordan is correct. Now for 15 points. Who helped lead the Boston Celtics to 3 NBA championships in the 1980s? In jersey number 33.
Larry Bird.
Ruben?
Larry Bird.
Final answer?
Yep.
Okay, Larry Bird is the correct answer. Now for 20 points. What New England university has the most successful women's basketball program in the nation, having won a record number of NCAA Division I national championships?
UConn.
Final answer, Ruben?
UConn.
UConn is correct. The UConn Huskies. Now for 25 points. Kobe Bryant is the only NBA player to have 2 jersey numbers, retired by the same team. Midway through his career with the Lakers, he changed from number 8 to what number?
24.
24.
Final answer, Ruben?
Sorry, 24.
Okay, 24 is right. Now for 30 points, the NBA introduced the shot clock in 1954 to increase the speed of play. Teams must attempt a shot that touches the rim of the basket within how many seconds of gaining possession?
I think it's 24, right? Yeah, 24.
24. Final answer.
Final answer, 24, the 24-second clock, and that is correct. And now we move over to Boston Latin School. You'll need a category team.
Are you guys thinking?
Should we go with Mythbusters?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling
Yeah.
All right, we'll go with
Yes.
Mythbusters.
Ethan says Mythbusters, and these are questions about Greek mythology. For 10 points, what Greek goddess of wisdom and strategic warfare was born full-grown and dressed in armor?
Athena.
Athena. Right?
Athena.
Final
Yeah.
answer, Athena.
Athena is a correct answer. For 15 points, what Greek god of war was one of the most unpopular gods because of his quick temper?
Aries.
Aries.
Yeah.
Final answer, Aries.
Okay, Aries is the correct answer. And for 20 points, what beautiful priestess was exiled and turned into a snake-haired gorgon by Athena?
Medusa.
Medusa.
Final answer, Medusa.
And Medusa is the correct answer. Now for 25 points, as punishment for giving the gift of fire to humans, who was chained to a rock for eternity and had his liver eaten every day by an eagle?
Prometheus.
Prometheus.
Final answer, Prometheus.
And that's a correct answer. Now for 30 points, what Greek hero tamed the winged horse Pegasus and killed the fire-breathing monster called Chimera?
Bellerophon.
Right?
Yeah.
Bellerophon.
Final answer, Bellerophon.
And that, too, is a correct answer. And now we go back to Hopkinton High School. You'll need a category.
You guys want to do river country?
Yeah, let's do river country.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, river country.
Okay, river country it is. Then questions about rivers. And for 10 points, more than 95% of Egyptians live within a few miles of what river?
The Nile.
Nile River. Final answer.
And it is, in fact, the Nile. For 15 points, what major Pakistani river was home to a civilization that lasted from 3300 to 1300 BC?
Indus.
Yeah. Indus River. Final answer.
Indus is correct. And for 20 points, what river that flows through Washington State is the largest North American river flowing into the Pacific? I'll need an answer.
Skip it.
Yeah. Can we send it over to the Boston Latin?
So you're tossing.
Yeah.
Boston Latin, you want to try that one, team?
It's the Columbia.
Is this the Columbia?
Yeah, it's the Columbia. Yeah.
Columbia, final answer.
Final answer, the Columbia River is a correct answer. And back to Hopkinton High School we go for 25 points. The Klondike Gold Rush of the late 1890s occurred near the confluence of the Klondike River and what other river?
Yukon.
Final answer, Ruben?
Yukon River.
Yukon is correct. And now for 30 points. On April 25th, 1945, Soviet forces moving west and U.S. forces moving east linked up at what river, effectively cutting Germany in two and hastening the end of the war?
The Rhine, I think.
Rhine. Yeah, that sounds good. River. So final answer.
Final answer, what is it?
Rhine River.
No, the Elbe River is the correct answer. And now back to Boston Latin School we go. Category team.
Are you guys thinking date night? Is that going to be about like dates?
I'm feeling date night.
Maybe
Maybe.
dates.
Yeah, history.
Yeah.
History.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go with date night.
Okay, the entire team is feeling date night. And these are questions about key dates in history for 10 points. President John F. Kennedy was assassinated while riding in a motorcade in Dallas on November 22nd of what year?
1963.
1963.
63.
Final answer, 1963.
And that's correct. For 15 points, Hitler invaded Russia and Japan attacked Pearl Harbor in what year?
1941. Yeah.
Final answer, 1941.
And that is correct. For 20 points, the English language changed dramatically after French-speaking Normans invaded England at the Battle of Hastings in what year?
1066.
1066.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Final answer, 1066.
And that is a correct answer. For 25 points, Einstein figured out the photoelectric effect, Brownian motion, special relativity, and E equals mc squared during what year that historians call his miracle year?
You guys know?
Do you want to bounce this one?
Let's bounce it.
You want to pass this one?
Yeah.
Bounce it.
All right, we're going
Bounce
to
it.
toss this one.
Okay, Ethan says they're tossing Hopkinton High School. You want to take this?
Yeah. Is it
1905.
1905?
Final answer,
Final
Ruben?
answer.
1905 is correct. And now back to Boston Latin School for 30 points. England became a serious European naval power with the defeat of the Spanish Armada in what year?
1588, I think.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay.
1588, final answer.
And 1588 is the correct answer. And that's the end of the category round. The score right now, Boston Latin School, 645 points, and Hopkinton High School, 515 points. Let's hear it, everybody. Okay, everybody, we are heading into the final round of play. It is the lightning round. Now, all players on both teams are active and with a correct answer can add 20 points to their team's total. An incorrect answer will cost 20 points, and the decision not to answer within the 3 seconds provided will not impact the score. There will be 10 questions, and if you guys are all ready, so am I. It's the lightning round, and here we go. Who directed all 4 Indiana Jones films? Was it Steven Spielberg or George Lucas? Spielberg is the answer. What island in East Asia was formerly known as Formosa? Is it Taiwan or Hong Kong? Taiwan is the answer. Ishtar Terra is a highland region near the North Pole of what planet, Venus or Mars? Venus, the answer there. In 1789, George and Martha Washington moved into the first executive mansion in what U.S. city, Washington, D.C. or New York? New York is the answer. In Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, what is Romeo's last name, Capulet or Montague? Montague is the answer. In 1982, Great Britain and Argentina went to war over control of what islands in the South Atlantic? St. Helena or the Falklands? The Falklands, the answer. Also known as whooping cough, what vaccine preventable disease can be deadly for babies? Pertussis or mumps? Pertussis is the answer. Florida is bordered on the north by Alabama and what other state? South Carolina or Georgia? Georgia is the answer. In the Arthur Miller play Death of a Salesman, what's the name of Willie Loman's loving, loyal wife, Linda or Barbara? Linda is the answer. And what popular American composer wrote Camptown Races and My Old Kentucky Home? Stephen Foster or Johnny Mercer? Stephen Foster is the answer to that question, and that is the bell. The winning team this week is Boston Latin School with a final score of 1,165 points. Hopkinton High School finishes with 715 points. So congratulations to both teams for a great round. Boston Latin School will now advance to the next round where they'll play the winner of next week's match between Sharon and Wellesley. Until then, please don't forget you can play a bonus round of High School Quiz Show on your Alexa or Google Home devices. Just ask your smart speaker to play High School Quiz Show. And we'll see you all next week right here on High School Quiz Show. Great job, teams. You can watch High School Quiz Show anytime on our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram for a look behind the scenes and quizzes that'll keep you thinking. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter for more photos and video. And add some competition to your conversations by sending your friends High School Quiz Show gifts. Major funding for High School Quiz Show is provided by Safety Insurance.
People take a lot of selfies, even after a fender bender. With Safety's Quick Estimate program, you can use the self-service process to get an appraisal, helping your car to be repaired. You can ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms.
Additional funding is provided by Eastern Bank.
We are the stronger.
We are more empowered.
We break more ground when we join together.
Since 1999, Eastern Bank has given over $140 million, helping 1,500 organizations every year.
So join us for good.